what's our purpose? What are we truly made for? You need to really trust your gut, because your gut knows what to do. If you need change in life, you need to take different actions in order for change to happen. Because if you are doing the same things right now, it's gonna create the same reality. So we need to change the actions that we're taking in order to move towards a different reality that you want. As I'm getting close to 30, I am realizing how behind I feel, even though I work from home, I have a great work environment. We all tend to worry about like, what's our purpose? What are we truly made for? And in this video, I want to help you get close to that. So recently I was hanging out with a friend of mine. We were talking about our work experiences and things like this. And when she mentioned that, she's taking a sabbatical year because she's, all over the place, even though she comes from a marketing background, she's always done marketing for a lot of different companies in the past, but right now she's just confused and she's taking a break because one day she wants to be a doctor, another day she wants to be a lawyer, and she's like, and in between I'm thinking about like content creation and so many other things. That conversation really gave me this idea to make this video, because I know we all experience the same things. Like I've been through this experience, and I'm sure like there's many women out there that experience this feeling where like they're like, even though you've achieved everything that you've been planning to do, and then now that you have it all, the career, the life that you've always wanted, you're like kind of second guessing. It's like, is it truly what I'm made for? Am I using my passion, my, capabilities in the right way? Like, am I using my talents? And then always like feeling like you're missing out on something. If you're new here, I'm Fariha, and I make videos to help women really tap into their best self, especially women that are, from girl to womanhood kind of journey. So I want to make that an easy journey for as many girls as possible. So if you like that kind of stuff, then please stick around. In the past like 2 months, I've taken a little break from YouTube. I've taken a lot of courses. I've invested, my time and energy into my knowledge. So, I thought this would be a nice video to make, because now I know a little bit better, like, on what I truly enjoy doing when it comes to work and, creative work. So firstly is self-reflection. So it's like, what's one thing that I keep telling other people to do? The answer was always like, okay, now I'm telling other people to make videos. That's kind of like unintentionally, I'm telling myself, make videos. And so, whatever you're telling other people a lot, like, oh, you should be doing this or you should be doing that, actually you're telling yourself. So really notice on what are you telling other people, because you might find an answer there. It's like, what are you truly made for? You'll be telling other people to do, because subconsciously you should be doing it, but you haven't come across the courage to actualize. The second thing is, what's something that you would do for free, like absolutely free? And for me, it was always, in the creative side, like makeup or video editing. Like even right now, as I do marketing for a logistics company, I always try to like incorporate like video making in there. And that's just, what I truly enjoy doing. So asking yourself, it's like, what would I do if I was given the autonomy? Like, what would I do for free even, or without being told like, this is what you need to do? And what would you gravitate towards? That's one of the ways you can really look back and see like what you truly are made for. Thinking about long-term game, like, do you see yourself primarily, like when you close your eyes and really listen to yourself, like, do you see yourself owning a business or, coaching people in some way? What do you see yourself doing when you really just close your eyes and just let the imagination do its thing? What comes to your mind and what flows naturally? Recently, I hired a mentor, and she told me, she said that you need to really trust your gut, because your gut knows what to do. So, when we close our eyes and really connect with ourselves, like, we already have the answer. And it's just that it takes that courage and a little push from like mentors or anyone to really trust yourself and try that thing that's coming in your mind, whether that's teaching, being a teacher. That might be your thing, and that you might be made for that. You might be a talented teacher for like little kids, reading, books or writing books. whatever it is, like whatever comes naturally, you know, when you close your eyes, where do you see yourself? Like when you're done with everything, you're done with your actual work, where do you see yourself spending a lot of time? So do you consume content or do you create content? Also includes like reading books. What do you do after work? That's one of the other ways you can find. It's like, what is something that you can do nonstop and keep doing? Who do you admire? So take a moment and really think about it. Who is one person that you really admire and think like their life is so cool? Like, you know, when you keep like, you know, going back, watching their videos, stories, Instagram, like, you know, keeping up with their life, like who is it? And why? Like asking yourself, like, why do you admire that person or their life or their lifestyle? There you can find your answer. You can really see like you're gravitating towards that lifestyle. That means that you really admire and you want that lifestyle for yourself. In his book, Principles, Ray Dalio mentions about the importance of having principles to follow in life. Like, you know, having rules for yourself. Even if you're in business or not, having rules really helps out curate the life that you want. And take a moment and write down things that you definitely want to do in life and things that you definitely want to avoid, no matter the reward. And that there you would find your answer again, because it's like, okay, like it doesn't matter how rewarding the career is or how rewarding this is, I definitely don't want to go, you know, in this direction or that direction. So it made it easier for me to really decide what I want to do. It doesn't matter like the reward of that career or the outcome. It really helps out to have that principle for yourself. So for me, one of the principles is that, like, you know, I want to have a lifestyle where I can work on my own time and not have to just think about work all the time. Like the work kind of flows with my time and being a mother and, you know, wife first, and then, you know, having the career and all of this that I aspire to have. So that's one of my principles. Actionable steps. So number one is, you know, just looking back and reflecting in your past life. It's like, what makes you truly happy? What flows? Because, you know, literally right now in the current world, you can make a career out of anything. So asking yourself like what you're truly made for and what makes you happy, it's not only going to benefit you, but also other people who take service from you, because you're, you know, vibrating from the true, like, you know, flow state. So they're taking time for this and really seeing what flows out of you naturally, and then making, you know, going ahead and making a plan would really help out everyone, not just you. Because, you know, if you are amazing at what you do, it helps out people who take your service. So not being afraid to try out new things in life. And, you know, we're always like, everyone and their aunt is worried about looking, you know, bad, because I mean, we're just all afraid to fail. But the thing is that if you don't quit, if you keep trying, you'll never fail, because people who fail are, you know, stop trying. And then also, if you need change in life, you need to take different actions in order for change to happen. Because if you are doing the same things right now, it's gonna create the same reality. So we need to change the actions that we're taking in order to move towards a different reality that you want. We need to embrace change. And the third thing is making sure that these steps that you created align with your principles that you had just created earlier. Because, you know, if they don't go, then we're gonna rewrite our steps again and the actions that we need to take, because the principles are the most important. And then the last thing is, don't be afraid to hire like a coach and mentor. And, you know, everyone says this, whoever, you know, is on the next level, they always mention this one thing. It's like, you know, hiring coach and a mentor is the way to achieve and unlock that next level. And I've had 3 coaches that I've actually hired in different ways. One, I've taken an online course, and the other one is I've hired, and the other one also I hired. And like truly, like it unlocks next levels, really. I can see that. If you're not in a position to hire a mentor or coach, then only listen to the advice of people who you're okay switching places with. That's the most important thing. It's like, if you don't, you know, like where they're at, Don't listen to their advice or even opinion or them judging you. It doesn't matter because they're not where you want to be. That's one of the really important things that I've learned. It's like I'm not even entertaining the idea of like listening to someone's like judgment or anything if they're not where I want to be in life. Get to leave in the comments down below what you would like to see from me next, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.